Welcome to the Full Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:22 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is March 25th. Well, I thought we'd kick off and look at the yield curve spread because it's contracting. It was down nearly 3 basis points again in here today. It's been trending lower since the first missiles began to fly towards Iran. So now we have a big question. This upward trend that has been underway since the middle of 2023, which took it from one of the deepest periods of an inversion, is looking increasingly likely that it's over. So what does that tell us about the condition of the interest rate market? I think is an awfully big question. Because if this is the peak and we're now going to move back into an inverted position, then that's a succession of lower rally highs that has been in place since 2010. And there have been brief flurries, particularly in 2021, when it looked like we were going to see rates normalize and a steep yield curve spread evolve, and that we might even get back up towards the peaks that were put in 2010, where you had a spread between the 10-year and the 2-year of 250 basis points plus. So now there's a broad question about what happens and how will the economy perform if we go back into an inverted position. So that's one consideration. Now, obviously, there are a lot of moving parts and a lot of arguments going on right now about the trajectory of the global economy. And when we think about the oil price, well, it was down today, but it was also well off the low. So this continues to look like support around the $100 area. And there are a lot of arguments about the question, and it's a big question, about how long is this adventure or conflict in Iran going to last? What will be the knock-on effects? And how powerful will the regime be when all is said and done? So that is still a question that's being explored in the energy markets. And as long as oil prices stay high, well, then that is also putting upward pressure on some of the renewable energy plays. And the longer those prices stay high for, then the greater the demand and benefit that will accrue to renewable energy. Renewable energy, in many respects, heavily relies on a high conventional oil price or conventional energy price to be competitive. What we've seen, and certainly it's